a song that you think is really shit. A song that makes you wonder how did that become a hit. Sometimes you need to hear a discussion about that in regular podcast format. Well, there's a lot of bad songs that we're gonna attack. 1,001 steamy piles of crap. I'm telling you the truth, you know that we don't lie. Here's 1,001 songs that make you wanna die. Oh.
And now, here's your hosts, Zav, Bevo, Dan, and Gypsy.
This is 1,001 Songs That Make You Want to Die, and we are going to be revising the 42nd Annual Grammy Awards, which came out in the year 2000. Now, this isn't a regular episode. These are going to be a special mini episode each week. And that's because I read this. Steely Dan won the Album of the Year Grammy in 2001.
That is their album, Two Against Nature. I just looked it up.
I didn't stutter. 2001. It's a band that peaked in the mid-'70s and was up against Eminem's The Marshall Mathers LP and Radiohead's Kid A.
Also their first album in 20 years.
Fuck me. Well, that's why I've decided to jump in the DeLorean and go back in time and set things right. And we're going to revise a different year of the Grammys each week. So let's start with the year 2000, where J-Lo walked down the red carpet in that green triangle thing with her titties and vag out with Puff Daddy. Or was he P. Diddy then? Or Sean Combs? Whatever he was then. J-Lo was with him.
Safe to say Sean Combs.
Okay. Sean.
Timeless.
So we're going to be doing the record of the year. Let's start with that. Let me go through the nominees for the year 2000's record of the year. The first was Smooth by Santana and Rob Thomas. I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys. Believe by Cher. Livin' La Vida Loca, Ricky Martin, and No Scrubs by TLC. Strong record of the year category.
There's
Very
some good,
strong.
still songs that I would listen to today. A lot of those.
100%. Yeah. No, solid. I don't have a big issue with the songs. Now, let me say what won. This is what actually won. Smooth by Santana and Rob Thomas. It took the Grammy for record of the year.
Absolute stitch up.
So, I don't think that song has really kept up with the times.
Well, it's a bit of a meme now. It's enjoyed a bit of a
no, it's
renaissance
not.
as a meme.
It's not. That's the thing. It's not a meme. That's what my only comment on this is. Fucking, I Want It That Way, Believe, Livin' La Vida Loca, and No Scrubs are all memes. I have not seen a single fucking Rob Thomas meme in the history of man.
No Santana memes.
No Santana memes.
No.
There is a full subsect of Smooth by Santana memes.
I do not see any Santana memes for depressed teens, all right? I don't see any of that shit.
You've just come up with an Instagram account, though. Fucking gold.
I swear to God.
Let me know when that's up and running.
You can actually buy a T-shirt that says, "I'd rather be listening to the Grammy Award-winning hit 1999 hit Smooth by Santana featuring Rob Thomas of Matchbox 20 off the multi-platinum album Supernatural."
Well, I stand
Order
corrected.
4 of those.
It is a
Order
page
4 of those
on
now,
Know Your
Bevo.
Meme.
Great.
I've already got some. I'll send them around.
Okay. Okay. So, who do you think should have won this? Do you think Smooth deserved it, or someone else, Bevo?
Fuck you, Zav. I think Smooth by Rob Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
Featuring Santana is a
Record of the
fucking
year.
banger.
Okay.
I came up with
fair
some songs
enough.
that didn't make the list that I thought would be better suited to be the record of the year, though. If you're
All right.
interested.
Should have been nominated.
Yeah. Miss Jackson
Okay.
by Outkast.
Oh, mate.
Rock
Yeah.
DJ by Robbie Williams.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah,
I
okay.
just wanna rock.
Banger.
DJ.
Oh, fuck, we
Minority
did
by
well
Green
there.
Day, which is one of my
Oh,
favorites growing
fuck that shit.
I've got a quick funny story on that.
I shouldn't have left that till last.
Yeah, you shouldn't let that last. Oh, let's find when Green Day were their absolute shittest and nominate that for a Grammy.
I read an interview with Fat Mike from NoFX. He said
Careful, you get taken out for copyright.
I read an interview with Fat Mike from NoFX. He said that he said, "Oh, one night on Warped Tour, Billy Joe, he was on our bus. Billy Joe from Green Day. He was on our bus, and he insisted that he showed us the entire Warning album by Green Day that was unreleased. And then he just all he says about it is he goes, "I've had better Friday nights on the tour bus."
Oh,
Great.
rough.
All right. Well, yeah, I think definitely 100% Miss Jackson should have been nominated. The other two, you know, I'm not that upset. What about you, Dan Southern? What you think should have won?
Tell me why.
Nothing but
Tell me why.
Backstreet Boys.
Man,
I agree.
love it. I freaking love Backstreet Boys so much.
And you've got that as well, Sav?
Actually, no. I don't. I do agree.
I agree.
I do agree.
I don't agree.
I don't agree also.
What do you have, Sav?
I believe that it should have been Cher.
Fuck, really?
gross.
Yeah.
Cher
that's-
fan.
Have
Big
you
Cher
fucking
fan.
heard that song?
That's
Yep.
as funny as that
Good
song is.
song.
It's pretty. It pioneers a lot of modern music.
Do you
actually.
believe?
Okay, well, I wouldn't have gone with Cher. I was very, very torn. I got a three-way tie between I Want It That Way,
I thought
Livin,
you were
Vida,
going to say
Loca.
a five-way tie with all the.
No.
You're all winners.
And No Scrubs.
They're all
Ooh.
great songs.
I was like, I really just had to roll a dice on it.
What did
But-
you end up on?
I've got No Scrubs by TLC.
Ooh.
See,
And I
No,
think
man.
more
That
that
didn't even get a look in
it
for me.
stayed relevant when Ed Sheeran ripped it off.
Oh, didn't he rip it off?
Yeah.
Mm.
Mate.
And it's still a song that you hear like all the time.
Yeah, because you
I
hear
don't
it cheering
want
all
no
the time.
Scrub. A scrub is about. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah,
No
yeah.
Scrubs.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, I'll do a mashup. Yeah.
We had No Scrubs was one of the songs that played at our D floor at our wedding, and at that time I realized that the chorus goes on way too long at the end. Overstays its welcome. The old No Scrubs,
It's like Never Ever by All Saints,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
the
yeah.
intro.
but still a great song.
Okay.
Still a great
Let's
song.
move on to Album of the Year. The nominees were Supernatural by Santana, Millennium by the Backstreet Boys, Fly by Dixie Chicks, When I Look in Your Eyes by Diana Krall, and FanMail by TLC. So none of us are picking Diana Krall, right?
Do you know?
No big Diana Krall fan. here?
She married to she's
No,
married
no.
to or was married to Elvis Costello. Actually,
She is.
bit of a
Correct.
jazz singer. Yeah.
Mm.
You know, it's the token jazz singer that they
Yeah,
chuck
yeah.
in there.
Yep.
Okay, Bevo, who do you have winning Album of the Year?
I picked TLC for the winner. I couldn't tell you any track names off any of these albums, but I know TLC had a few hits off this one. So
What was it? No Scrubs and Waterfalls?
yeah,
and
lots of
all
great
that
ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Though Queens of the Stone Age Rated R came out this year too, so that would have been my
That's shit. Shit album.
And he's a
Um,
fucking fuckwit, so fuck him.
Songs for the Deaf is the only good thing they've ever done.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. No, there's no argument. Um,
I'm not going to bother.
Dan Southern. What should have won Album of the Year?
That makes you larger than life. I'm only answering in Backstreet Boys choruses. So
Well, that's a coincidence.
This is because you watched that Backstreet Boys documentary and you're fucking all in.
absolutely, that's the only. I never stopped watching it. I love
You
it.
know, they're all like Backstreet's back. Like, when were they there before?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's very presumptuous of them.
Yeah, they should have just said Backstreet's here.
Backstreet's
Backstreet's here. How you going?
Okay.
What do you think of us?
Yeah.
First
Let me
impressions.
introduce the Backstreet Boys. Zav. Album of
Yeah,
the year.
any band that has 3 songs in the album that have the word "want" in them, and 2 that start with "Don't Want." Gets my vote. Fucking oath, Millennium. Yes.
I also have Millennium as winning
Fine.
album of the year.
You guys
I
don't
brought in
remember
the
Backstreet
Millennium
Boys?
with Millennium. So
What
why
one
not?
again?
Well,
Sorry?
Supernatural by
Oh, that's
Santana
right, yeah,
won.
yeah.
And I tried to listen to that album
What is that album?
yesterday.
Oh,
It's not good.
Nah.
It's
So
far
that
from
album
every
has-
song is 6 minutes long, and the song with Everlast, the "Leave Your Lights On," that's a real piece of shit.
I think the only reason that album won was because it had so many more songs than the other artists. So they're like, oh look, he's put like it's quantity
It's a
over
lot
quality.
of songs.
Everyone gets a
Yeah.
turn.
But how's Eric Clapton has 2 appearances and the second appearance like it's just fucking The Calling, but the second one is just The Calling, but it's The Calling brackets jam.
Yeah. Eric was
Any
feeling
album
it.
that has- Any album that has a jam is like, oh,
It's
forget
like,
about it.
fuck,
It's still impressive that Santana has managed to, like, again, it's sort of like the Steely Dan thing, to be so fucking old and only have one guitar lick in his arsenal, and yet he wins. He basically sweeps the Grammys.
Oh, the whole
30 years after he was relevant.
Do you reckon if Jimi Hendrix lived, he'd be on the same like par as Carlos Santana?
I see no way ever that Jimi Hendrix lives.
I was about to say that. I'm like, there's no scenario in which
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix lived.
Jimi
Like,
Hendrix, like if he didn't die then, he would have died the year after.
Yeah,
Right.
the month after, the day after. Yeah. Okay, the best new
Again
artist.
and again and again.
The best new artist. The nominees were Christina Aguilera, Macy Gray, Kid Rock, Britney Spears, and Susan Tedeschi. The winner was Christina Aguilera, which was very controversial at the time because Britney Spears was the hot favorite
We love Christina, don't
to
we?
win it.
Fucking-
Also, you know, do you remember the Family Guy episode where they're doing the Star Trek ripoff and they're like, "All right, Scotty, Spock, we're gonna teleport down to this thing, and who else are we taking? Ensign Ricky." And he's like, "Ah, shit." So you knew there was always going to be some no-name Star Trek dude that dies on the planet. That's your Susan Tedeschi of
Yeah.
the
Oh, man.
fucking best
Like,
new artist.
Here are the nominees.
Here's
Kid
some real
Rock.
facts about Susan
Christina
Tedeschi.
Aguilera.
She's
Who's
the
that?
Trucks and Tedeschi band. He's like one of the best slide players on the planet. Bit more
Derek
like
Trucks is
Yeah.
part of the Allman Brothers.
Yeah,
Mm.
they are actually fantastic. So
He's also Eric Clapton's guitarist.
yeah, and
He
he's
is, yes.
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
very cool.
Yeah, but we're not talking about him, are we? Right?
No, we're not. Okay, so the winner was Christina Aguilera, like I said. But who do you think should have won, Bevo?
I picked Christina for this one. Heaps of good banging tracks.
But at the time,
At the time, well, I thought we were looking in sort of retrospect.
we are. I know. Are you saying that Christina Aguilera has a better career than Britney Spears
I think so
or
now.
Kid Rock?
Man, he was singing "Sweet Home Alabama" all summer long. I tell you.
Not then.
Kid
No,
Rock-
no. This was cowboy era.
No,
This is
that's
like,
not that summer long.
yeah.
Sorry.
I'm gonna paint the town red and paint his wife white. Oh, yeah.
I reckon you can draw a line directly from Kid Rock right to Donald Trump, and that's enough for me.
What?
Dan Southern. Who do you think?
Well,
should be
you
the
know
best new
what?
artist?
You know what, Bev?
Yeah.
I don't think I want to be here anymore.
We'll see you later.
Yeah, that's right. I'm packing up my game and I'm head out west.
Yeah.
Real women come equipped with scripts and fake breasts. Kid Rock, I reckon, like, best new artist. If you think about new artist, right? We've seen, even though technically, like, Britney's new artist, like, Christina's a new artist, all this
They're
stuff.
all new artists, mate. They
Susan-
were fucking nominated for new artists.
Susan Tedeschi, like, let's talk about new artists. But
not
look,
wrong.
we've seen that stuff before. Like, we've seen a Britney Spears, we've seen a Christina Aguilera. Have you seen?
No, you're not
Rapping-
getting the fucking point. We hadn't seen them. They
No.
were new.
No, you have. Like, you've seen versions of them. I'm saying, like, you've seen versions of a pop princess before. You know what I mean? Like, have you at that point had you seen
Zav!
a
Yeah,
rapper
Michael
virtually?
Who do you
Pop
think
princess,
should have?
Michael
Who should have won?
I think that I think it was very racist and ageist because I'm going for Macy Gray because that song is incredible, and you know which song I'm talking about. It's "I Tried."
Zav's gone.
We lost Zav.
Zav's gone.
That's me, Zav. I think Kid Rock as well. Moving on.
Oh, he's back. He's back. He's back.
Oh, you lost me. All right, I thought I made
Go.
comments, but
Okay.
no one was.
I'll do
acknowledging
this. I'll
them.
do this. Zav, who do you pick?
I think that the Grammys were very racist and
I
ageist
got nothing.
because at 33 years of age, Macy Gray was my upcoming artist.
Fuck off.
She was incredible, and the song "I Try"
Yeah,
is
no,
like
I
so
do.
good.
Yeah, I Try is a fucking great song. I also like Request Line on the Black Eyed Peas album, which is heavily Macy Grayed.
Mm, mm.
I picked Britney Spears.
I think she was
Ooh,
about to fall
okay.
off a cliff just
Fair
slightly
enough.
after this year. But if you were that year and you were like, who's the best? Probably Britney.
Yeah, and not for anything, not talent wise or skill or whatever. Just
No, just
her
for the
career.
song.
Yeah, she was the biggest artist in the world for a long, long time.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, let's move on. Best rock album. The nominees were Supernatural by Santana. That fucking keeps coming up. Breakdown by Melissa Etheridge, because when you think rock and roll, you think Etheridge. Significant Other by Limp Bizkit. Echo by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. And Californication by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Bevo.
It's
Who should've-
Californication for me. One of my favorite albums, full stop. So definitely a good choice.
And let me sorry, I should have said Supernatural by Santana won.
Oh, sorry, no, it's that.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Yeah. Well, fuck me. Yeah, it won in this somehow. Dan Southern, who should have won it?
Look, Californication is the rock album, right? But Significant Other is a better album, but it's not really a rock album, so I don't really know what to say. But I don't like that album by Red Hot Chili Peppers, but I do like that album by Limp Bizkit. I think that should have won.
So Limp Bizkit?
Yeah.
Okay, Zav.
Californication. It's a great album, and Scar Tissue is
Yeah.
the best song off that album.
I again very torn here because I am a big Limp Bizkit fan. But I also picked Californication because I think it's a stronger album overall.
Well, they're still sort of dining out on hits from that, aren't they? Even
100%. Yeah, that's
20
right.
years later.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to go past Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit, like
Yeah.
one of the fucking greatest songs of all time. But
Yeah.
you know, I also picked Californication because
Don't forget the many Etheridge hits.
Oh, look, it was
Hard to get
close.
past. Hard to
It was
get past
close.
them.
Yeah.
Whatever they
I mean, I
Many
like my
don't.
rock stars to be impregnated by one of the Crosby, Stills, and Nash via a test tube.
What?
More like Limp Dick.
Oh, look into it.
I
Look
will.
into it. Okay, and finally, the best short form music video. So basically, the music video. The nominees were "Freak on a Leash" by Korn, All is Full of Love by Bjork, "Everything Is Everything" by Lauryn Hill, "Back at One" by Brian McKnight, and "Unpretty" by TLC. Bevo, best video.
I've seen none of these, so I just took a punt on Korn and assumed they're
Oh, I thought you were going to say Brian McKnight.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
But
okay.
that
well,
year, Teenage Dirtbag by Wheatus came out, so one of my favorite songs ever. So it's
but not worthy of a fucking Grammy nom.
no, fuck no.
Also, I'm sorry, I will get better at doing this. It is the first time we do it. The winner was "Freak on a Leash" by Korn, so it did win the Grammy. Dan Southern, best video,
Freak on a Leash by Korn.
100%.
Yeah.
Zav,
Yeah. Same. Yep.
I concur. I also have that. I fucking always dug the actual artwork for that Follow the Leader album.
Yeah.
It it was always looked so cool.
Yeah.
I just think
that video clip was all that sort
Is
of
that the one
cool
with the girl
art
on the
and stuff.
hopscotch? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Heaps
Yeah.
of Korn's artwork is in that
Rad.
same vein and
Yeah.
friggin' sick.
Yeah,
anyone who
really cool.
inspires the South Park episode is like gonna win my vote. So
Yeah.
And where the
Yeah, pretty
episode
safe.
has them making the sound, what it sounds like when a dead body's being fucked.
We imagine it would sound something like this. And Korn show up and they're all just really responsible.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
all right, guys, you ready to
Hey, guys,
play?
for a chord.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah. Boy!
Yeah. All right. That is the first episode of the Grammy revision in the bag.
Do we
Not too shabby.
do we need to redo the jingle?
Fuck, whatever. If you want to get around to it.
Do you remember certain Grammys that were actually kind of shit? And then the rest is
where
the
some
same.
guy
songs
just
that
clean
we're
sweeps
going
the
to
whole
talk
thing, and
about.
it turns out
I'll just
to be
do that.
shit.
I'll just do that whole thing, on your tape deck when you hold down record and pause record. You just unclick it. Just be like Grammys, click.
You have reached Michael.
All right. Yeah, this is good fun, and we're going to be back, and we're going to be just fucking picking random years and doing the same thing. All right. Thanks for listening. Make sure you follow on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your podcasts, and follow us at all the social medias at 1001 Songs That Make You Want to Die, and hopefully the Grammys get their shit together. Laters.
See ya.
Hi everyone, it's Dan here from 1001 Songs That Make You Want to Die. I'm here today to let you know that our podcast is now available on Patreon. That's right, for as little as $2 a month, you can now support this podcast rather than listen to it for free, effectively stealing the food out of the mouths of our starving children. There's one of them now. So why not join us on Patreon? You get bonus stuff each month, and you can even be a guest on the podcast if you want. Now, doesn't that sound better than making our poor children starve? Oh, kids are great, aren't they? Anyway, on with today's episode.